For so many viewers, The Bold and the Beautiful was more than just a daytime drama. It became part of everyday life. Week after week, fans watched unforgettable romances, painful betrayals, and powerful family moments unfold inside the glamorous world of fashion and fame. But time has changed many of the faces that once ruled television screens in the late 1980s and 1990s. Some stars are still shining today. Others quietly stepped away from Hollywood. And one beloved cast member left behind a legacy that fans still talk about years later. So where are the iconic stars of The Bold and the Beautiful now, in 2026? Let us take a warm and nostalgic look back at the cast, then and now. Chapter 1. Back in 1987, Catherine Kelly Lang was only 26 years old when she first appeared as Brooke Logan on The Bold and the Beautiful. Brooke quickly became one of the most recognizable faces on daytime television. Her emotional relationships, dramatic love stories, and strong personality kept viewers deeply invested for decades. Fans especially remember her complicated romance with Ridge Forrester, which became one of the most talked about storylines in soap opera history. Interestingly, Catherine was almost considered too young for the role in the beginning. However, producers were impressed by her natural charm and emotional screen presence, and that decision helped create one of the show's most legendary characters. In 2026, Catherine Kelly Lang is 65 years old and still remains a major part of the series. She is one of the very few original cast members who continues to appear on the show after nearly 4 decades. Outside of television, Catherine has also built a successful career through international appearances, interviews, and fan events around the world. On a personal note, she is a proud mother of 3 children and often shares warm family moments with fans online. Chapter 2. When audiences first met John McCook in 1987, he was already an experienced performer at 43 years old. He stepped into the role of Eric Forrester, the respected fashion designer who built the powerful Forrester empire. Eric became known as the calm and intelligent patriarch of the family, although his personal life was often filled with emotional struggles, difficult marriages, and family conflict. Over the years, viewers admired the quiet strength and dignity that John brought to the role. One fact many fans may not know is that before becoming a daytime television star, John once worked at Disneyland as a tour guide on the famous Jungle Cruise attraction. Long before The Bold and the Beautiful, he had already gained television experience on other successful soap operas. In 2026, John McCook is 82 years old and still continues to portray Eric Forrester. His long-running television career has earned him award recognition and deep respect from longtime viewers across multiple generations. Away from the cameras, John has enjoyed a stable family life for many years. He has been married to actress Lorette Spang since 1980, and together they built a close family with their children and grandchildren. Chapter 3. For many longtime fans, Ron Moss will always be remembered as the original Ridge Forrester. He joined the series in 1987 at the age of 35 and quickly became one of the show's biggest stars. Ridge was confident, passionate, and sometimes unpredictable. His unforgettable love triangle with Brooke and Taylor kept millions of viewers emotionally invested for years. During the height of the show's popularity, Ridge became one of the most recognizable characters in daytime television. Before his acting career took off, Ron was actually a musician. He performed as the bass guitarist for the band Player, whose hit song Baby Come Back reached #1 in the late 1970s. That musical background later remained an important part of his life even after becoming a television star. In 2026, Ron Moss is 74 years old. He stepped away from The Bold and the Beautiful in 2012 after spending 25 years on the show. Since then, he has focused more on music, live performances, and personal creative projects. Although another actor eventually took over the role of Ridge, many longtime viewers still feel nostalgic when they remember Ron Moss in the early years of the series. On a personal note, he continues to enjoy time with family while staying connected to fans through music and public appearances. Chapter 4. At 48 years old, Susan Flannery brought incredible strength and authority to the role of Stephanie Forrester when the series first premiered in 1987. Stephanie was known as the powerful matriarch of the Forrester family. She fiercely protected the people she loved and never backed away from conflict. Her intense rivalry with Brooke Logan became one of the defining storylines of the show and kept audiences emotionally invested for many years. Long before joining The Bold and the Beautiful, Susan had already built an impressive reputation in daytime television. In fact, she won multiple Daytime Emmy Awards for her earlier work on Days of Our Lives, making her one of the most respected actresses in the industry before stepping into the role of Stephanie. In 2026, Susan Flannery is 86 years old and living a quiet, retired life away from Hollywood. She officially left the show in 2012 after an unforgettable 25-year run that helped shape the identity of the entire series. Even today, many fans still consider Stephanie Forrester one of the greatest soap opera characters of all time. On a personal note, Susan has always preferred to keep her private life out of the spotlight, while enjoying a peaceful retirement surrounded by close friends and family. Chapter 5. Few characters brought as much energy and personality to The Bold and the Beautiful as Darlene Conley. She first appeared as Sally Spectra in 1989 when she was 55 years old. Sally was loud, confident, emotional, and impossible to ignore. As the colorful rival to the Forrester fashion empire, she added humor, warmth, and unforgettable drama to nearly every scene she entered. Her unique style and larger-than-life personality quickly made her a fan favorite. One fascinating detail about Darlene is that her character became so popular that Sally Spectra received wax figures at Madame Tussauds locations in both Las Vegas and Amsterdam. Very few daytime television characters ever received that kind of recognition. Sadly, Darlene Conley passed away in January 2007 at the age of 72 after battling stomach cancer. Her passing deeply affected fans and fellow cast members who had worked alongside her for many years. Even now, longtime viewers continue to remember Sally Spectra with great affection. Her laughter, emotional performances, and unforgettable presence still remain an important part of the show's history. Those who knew Darlene often described her as warm, funny, and full of life, both on and off the screen. Chapter 6. When Hunter Tylo joined The Bold and the Beautiful in 1990, she was 28 years old and quickly became a central part of the series as Dr. Taylor Hayes. Taylor was intelligent, caring, and emotionally grounded. Her complicated relationship with Ridge and Brooke created one of the most famous love triangles in daytime television history. For many viewers, Taylor represented kindness and emotional stability during some of the show's most dramatic moments. One surprising fact about Hunter Tylo is that she made headlines beyond television after winning a major lawsuit related to pregnancy discrimination in Hollywood. The case became widely discussed and helped bring attention to the rights of pregnant actresses in the entertainment industry. In 2026, Hunter Tylo is 64 years old. While she no longer appears regularly on the show, fans still remember her emotional performances and strong connection to the character of Taylor Hayes. Throughout her life, Hunter has also faced difficult personal challenges, including heartbreaking family losses. Despite those struggles, many admirers continue to respect her strength, grace, and dedication as both an actress and a mother. Chapter 7. When viewers first saw Don Diamont on screen, he was in his early 30s and stepping into the powerful role of Bill Spencer Jr. in 1990. Bill quickly became one of the most dominant and unpredictable characters in the series. He was ambitious, emotionally intense, and never afraid to take control in both business and personal relationships. His presence brought a different kind of energy to the Forrester and Spencer family drama. Before joining The Bold and the Beautiful, Don was already familiar to soap opera fans. He had spent many years playing Brad Carlton on The Young and the Restless, which made him one of the rare actors to successfully lead major roles in 2 long-running daytime shows. In 2026, Don Diamont is 63 years old and still actively portraying Bill Spencer Jr. His performance continues to keep fans engaged, especially during high-tension storylines where his character often takes center stage. On a personal note, Don has been married since 2012 and enjoys a blended family life with his children. He often speaks positively about how daytime television has shaped his long career. Chapter 8. Heather Tom joined The Bold and the Beautiful as a young actress and gradually became one of the most respected names in the show. She was around 32 years old when her role as Katie Logan started gaining major attention. Katie's character went through emotional struggles, health battles, and complicated family relationships, which made her storylines deeply relatable for viewers. Over time, she evolved into a strong and mature presence within the Logan family. One impressive achievement that stands out in Heather Tom's career is her record of winning multiple Daytime Emmy Awards. She is also known for being one of the few actresses who successfully moved behind the camera as a director while still acting on the show. In 2026, Heather Tom is 51 years old and continues to be an active and important part of the series. Fans appreciate how naturally she has grown with her character over the years, adding depth and emotional realism to every performance. On a personal note, Heather has been married since 2016 and is a mother to 1 son. She often balances her professional work with family life, which fans admire deeply. Chapter 9. One of the most unforgettable and unpredictable characters in The Bold and the Beautiful history is Sheila Carter, played by Kimberlin Brown. She first appeared in 1990 at the age of 31 and almost instantly became known for her dark, complex, and often shocking storylines. Sheila was a character who constantly crossed boundaries, making her one of the most talked about villains in daytime television. What makes Kimberlin Brown's career even more interesting is that her character was never truly gone for long. Over the years, she kept returning to the show, each time bringing new twists that surprised longtime viewers and kept the storyline alive for decades. In 2026, Kimberlin Brown is 65 years old and still occasionally returns to the role that made her famous. Fans continue to associate her name with some of the most dramatic moments in soap opera history. On a personal note, Kimberlin has been married since 1991 and has 2 children. Despite playing such a dark character on screen, she is often described as warm and grateful toward her loyal fan base. Chapter 10. Thorsten Kaye. When Thorsten Kaye stepped into The Bold and the Beautiful in 2013, he was 47 years old and taking on one of the most iconic roles in daytime television, Ridge Forrester. Ridge was already a legendary character by the time Thorsten arrived, so expectations were extremely high. But instead of copying what came before, he brought a calmer, more emotional, and slightly more grounded energy to the role. Over time, viewers slowly accepted his version and started connecting with his performance in a new way. Before joining the show, Thorsten had already built a strong fan base from his long-running role on All My Children, where he played Zack Slater. That experience helped him understand the intensity and pace of daytime drama. In 2026, Thorsten Kaye is 60 years old and still actively playing Ridge Forrester. His performance continues to evolve, especially in emotional and family-focused storylines that define the modern era of the show. On a personal note, Thorsten shares a long-term relationship with actress Susan Haskell, and they have 2 children together. He often talks about balancing a demanding acting career with a quieter life away from the spotlight. Chapter 11. Joanna Johnson. When The Bold and the Beautiful first began in 1987, Joanna Johnson was just 26 years old and introduced as Caroline Spencer, a character who instantly brought elegance and emotional softness to the early storylines. Caroline was gentle, kind, and deeply connected to the emotional side of the show. Her presence created a different kind of balance in the fast-moving world of fashion drama and family conflicts. For many early viewers, she represented the pure romantic side of the series. What makes Joanna Johnson's journey even more unique is that she later returned in a completely different role, playing Caroline's twin sister, Karen Spencer. This creative twist allowed her to explore a new side of storytelling within the same universe.
In 2026, Joanna Johnson is 65 years old and has moved away from regular acting to focus more on writing and producing. Even though she is no longer on screen, her early contribution remains an important part of the show's foundation. On a personal note, Joanna prefers a quiet life away from Hollywood attention. She occasionally reflects on her early days on set, remembering the friendships and experiences that shaped her career.
Thank you for taking this nostalgic journey through the unforgettable stars of The Bold and the Beautiful. If these memories brought a smile to your face, be sure to subscribe to Screen Rewind for more classic TV cast updates, then and now transformations, and timeless television memories.